welcome to my channel. So I'm just going to be telling you that these couples, they have gotten married for over 4 years, but they have not had sex. Is it possible for them to be married for 4 years? Then what have they been doing towards that 4 years? So this is just my advice to everyone. You have to be very, very careful with someone that you're going to end up with. That's why it's very, very good for you to pass through this friendship and the dating and the marriage process, because you can't just wake up one morning and say, I want to marry this person. So now, can you just believe that this is an issue now which they are in court for their divorce case? Do you think that this is law for the woman not to have sex with her husband despite they are married? No, this is not something that is very right, and I'm not sure that she loves him, because any woman that loves her man can do anything for her man. So now let's just watch how the case is going to go.
We've been married 4 years. Me and my husband have
You mean consummated?
No, ma'am. We have.
What do you mean you haven't consummated your marriage?
We have never had sex.
You've never had sex with him?
We have never had sex.
When I went one time?
No, ma'am. When I put on lingerie, girl.
Not on your honeymoon night?
No, ma'am.
Not on your wedding night?
No, ma'am.
The next day?
No, ma'am.
Never?
No, ma'am. I put on lingerie. He asked me, why you wearing this for? Why you putting on that stuff for?
Your Honor.
Mrs. Hooker.
I got lingerie for wedding gifts that I wanted to wear for my husband, because that's who I love.
Your
You understand what I'm saying?
Hold on a second. Let me get to this. Miss Hooker.
Yes, ma'am.
You married a man.
Yes, ma'am.
Wedding night.
Yes, ma'am.
Fantasy time.
Yes.
The best sex in the world, supposedly.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
The man didn't touch you that night.
Did not touch me.
Well, didn't you have a clue then that he...
Your Honor. Your Honor, I thought that he wanted, I didn't want to rush him, because he did tell me he had that in his past, and I thought that we would take time. But after a month, and then he come back with hickey's on his neck, I was
Wait
like,
a minute.
no.
You were willing to give this man a month before he had sex with you to see if he was out of his gay lifestyle?
Your Honor, I love this man. I was willing to give him that time so he could get himself together. He told me it was over that and we were going to be together, and I believed him. And I was giving him the time that he needed to get himself together. I thought it was too long. That's what I'm saying.
So you went for a whole month, and your husband,
yes, ma'am,
not your lover, not your
ma'am.
friend, not your boyfriend, your husband,
my husband,
never showed a sexual interest in you in any way, shape, form, or fashion?
No, ma'am.
You're a good woman.
Your Honor.
Mr. Hooker.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, if you told her you were willing to try, when were you going to start trying? Doesn't sound like to me you were too interested in being a man and being in love with her and being a husband to her. At least you could have put forth some effort the first night. Don't you think so?
Yes, Your Honor. But as far as the trip goes, Your Honor.
No, I don't want the trip yet.
Okay, Your Honor.
Why? On the first night, the very first night, the first week, you couldn't even try to do it for, that's not much effort. A week?
Well, we kissed and cuddled and stuff, but I wasn't ready for that as of yet, Your Honor.
So you had no sexual interest in her as a female? You weren't ready for that?
I wasn't ready. No, Your Honor, I wasn't.
So we have watched now, you all have seen that the case is really very, very serious one, and I'm going to advise anyone that you don't really have to be in this position. That's why it's very, very good before you get married or before you end up with anyone, you have to really know about the person and never neglect any red flag that you see from the person. If you know that this is a red flag and this is something that you are not satisfied with it's better for you to end up everything that you have to do with the person, or that is going to affect you if you marry the person. So this is not really something that I really want everyone to involve themselves into. You have to be very certain of the kind of person that you are getting married. So it means that for them not to be having sex for over 4 years, that means during their dating, their courtship time, they never had sex or anything like that. So that's why it's very good to know who you are ready to spend the rest of your life with. So thank you for watching this video to this extent. Kindly subscribe and comment what you think in this video, because your opinion is very, very needed in this, so that it's going to help so many people enough for them to correct what they are about to do next.